Mother Nature, it would appear, has us in a good game of give and take. I mean, it's wonderful to have record-setting temperatures, middle of December, beautiful. You know, a little bit of blue sky, temperatures up into the 70s, and really for about 15 seconds earlier this morning, the wind actually calmed down just a little bit. For those 15 seconds, I got to enjoy what I would call December warmth, and then boom, there it came right back out of the south-southwest at 40 miles per hour out here at the station. It has just been a wild one. We'll tackle these in order from bottom to top. We'll eventually talk about why the barometer is falling, how windy it is, and multiple storm reports beginning to pile up. But let's start by talking about our temperatures, because we are already seeing some mid-70s out there. Parsons and Oswego at 74 and 75 respectively. Joplin and Carthage, though Lamar in 73. Miami sits at 72. So let's start from yesterday, because we actually did have a record that made the board. That would be at Pittsburgh, record-setting December 14th up to 67 degrees. Everybody else falling just a bit short, maybe 2 to 4 degrees short. Now here are our December 15th records, and with that being said, Pittsburgh at 72, Chanute at 72. We have new December 15th records in those two locations. Joplin just 1 degree off from tying the record. Don't think we'll get there in Miami. Probably end up tying it, if not beating it by a degree or two in Neosho. Chanute's a curious one. Chanute actually broke that record up to 70 degrees around 5 o'clock this morning, 2 hours before sunrise was even upon us. And Chanute had temperatures in the 70s, and the reason is the wind just didn't back off. These are actual wind gusts that we're talking about. 44 miles per hour at Joplin Regional, 43 miles per hour at Martin Johnson Airport in Chanute. And then look out to our west. We're rolling 50 miles an hour out there. And so wind advisories all the way until midnight for our counties in tan. You get into that mustard color right there, that's a high wind warning. And what we've seen with that flashing that we had during first weather, when we saw these areas begin to flash, it was an extension with multiple storm reports that were coming in. So now that we've got a better idea of exactly what those reports are giving us, this is where we're piling up in that Wichita to Hutch area. Because those 50 and 55 mile an hour wind gusts that we have right now, we've got power outages and power lines down in Andover just outside of Wichita, and these are multiple storm reports that are either indicating wind gusts of 55, 60 miles per hour, or we also have a tree that end up blocking a highway out there west of Wichita. As far as what we're looking at with the jet stream and the barometer, there was a low pressure system that was hanging right down here at the Four Corners, and what it's going to do is simply ride the stream into the Great Central Plains. For the most part, it really hasn't flipped over into a whole bunch of rain. It was mostly snow here as it cleared the Rockies. But now we're starting to see western Kansas present just a little bit of precipitation. Remember, the brighter the red, the lower the pressure. And just in a span of 12 hours, this thing is moving, and it is moving fast. So before we get there, we're going to have to tolerate the wind all day long into the evening. Really just get a little bit of calm before the thunderstorm moves in. But when we talk about the thunderstorms, it's going to present more wind as well. So here we are, find ourselves on the far southern edge of that batch. Begins about 7, 8 o'clock out here on the northwest, rolls through. Should be around Joplin, say in between 10 and midnight, and then we're going to drop off down to the southeast. Yeah, we'll have the lightning and the thunder. Our ground's dry enough. We'll be able to support any type of accumulation that we pick up. It's going to be the possibility for additional damaging winds. Because what we see here on the severe thunderstorm risk map, that is the possibility for overnight tornadic activity. December tornadoes in the contiguous 48 very well could happen here twice after hitting portions of Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee. Very well could happen twice, especially throughout Iowa, in the span of about 6-7 days. Now, for us being in that marginal area, we happen to show up in that because of the winds. When we take a look at future track here as far as that storm rolling through, Tanya, here's the other thing with tornado cleanup. Look at where this thing ends up Thursday night, Friday morning. It's that same swath where they're trying to clean everything up. They get absolutely no reprieve or any help. For us, temperatures, yeah, cool off just a little bit, but at the same point, are we really going to argue with Mother Nature about feeding us 58 and 60 degrees for December?
Hey, as long as we don't have to deal with the wind like we are today.
I'm about done with it too. And you know I love my warm temps, but yeah, I'm about done with this wind as well.
For sure. All right, thanks, Michael.